Beckett, I know you've been down at Gloucester Hartbury a long time now, but to go back to your former club on the weekend, to go back to Twickenham Stoop and get a victory, I guess it's always a sweet one for you personally.
Yeah, really cool. I've actually not played at the Stoop since I left because I've either been injured or we played at big games. So, yeah, it was cool. I've never been in the away changing room. It's a bit more cramped than the home one was. But no, it's good. It's good to get a win over anybody, to be honest. I got a lot of love for Quinn still, left on good terms. Just wanted the opportunity here and it's turned out pretty well so far. So.
And in terms of the game itself, obviously a difficult game, obviously to come back, but I guess the most pleasing thing was to come back in the fashion that you did and ultimately get those 5 points on the board is where you want to end up at the start of every game.
Yeah, definitely. 5 points is the most important thing. We made it difficult for ourselves. I think that's it, really. It was our doing more than anybody else's. And that's sometimes a good place to be because you're in control of it then. If it's out of our control, it's more difficult to fix. But yeah, we made it difficult for ourselves. But it's good to see the grit in the side and yeah, means that nobody can write us off until the last minute, really. So, yeah.
It's slightly cliched, isn't it? But how true is it that you learn more from those tighter games than perhaps blowing a team out the water completely?
Yeah, definitely. And you saw at the end it got a bit touchy, didn't it? We gave a penalty away and they came into our half, and then obviously Kelsey got the intercept to go down the field, and then I ended up booting it off. I was screaming to Alex inside me to boot it off, and she's like, I'm not shinning it out from here. So yeah, it's good to be able to control the game. I think we need that as well because you never know when that's going to be really important in the next few games or later on in the season. You've seen in recent seasons we've lost a couple of games, and we've actually learnt from that, and we've needed that loss maybe. So hopefully we don't lose, but if we do lose, it's about taking the learnings from it, and even these tight wins, it's about taking the learning from it as well.
I guess it's professional sport, isn't it, that things aren't always going to go your way?
Yeah, it's never going to be perfect, is it? It's never going to be perfect individually, definitely not going to be perfect as a team, and it's about finding those bits that you can improve on and knowing how to deal with those imperfections.
And when you're sort of overcoming those challenges, how important is it that you've got that trust of the group around you and you look to the side and you see the class around you and you know that you've got the teammates around you to dig yourself out of any sort of trouble?
I mean, we were bringing Zoe Stratford off the bench, so knowing you've got players like that, you know, George Brock had a hell of a shift when she came on, Cecilia had a hell of a shift when she came off, so there's just a lot of player depth here, and you look to your left and your right, you know everybody's giving everything. I think it's that trust in the group that everybody's doing the best that they can, and yeah, we'll figure it out. We seem to have a way of figuring it out eventually, so yeah, we'll see.
Coming up against Sale this weekend, they obviously recruited quite heavily in the summer. They've had a pretty decent start to the league season, and I know you'll be well aware of the challenges that they possess.
Yeah, all too aware. My brother keeps telling me down the phone. So, no, look, they've always been a very difficult side in terms of physicality. They're northern, they're gritty. They want to come out here and they want to punish you as much as they can. And I think that's something that's been drummed into them now, and they've probably got that bit of class about them now as well that they were maybe missing before a little bit. So yeah, it's going to be a super physical game. It's going to be super tough. They're coming off probably not their best performance, so they're probably going to have a bit of a rocket this week. So yeah, they're probably going to come out firing, which is going to be fun.
How much of the talk this week is about nullifying their threats, and how much of the talk this week is having a faster start than you did last week and going out there and putting your stamp on the game?
Yeah, I think a lot of our focus does lie with us, to be honest. You know, we're pretty confident in our group and that we've got the class and ability to go and beat anybody on our day. It's just about getting that out of us. Obviously, we'll look at their threats and we'll look at what they offer and how we nullify that. But yeah, I think main focus is on us, and yeah, it'd be awesome if we didn't have to dig ourselves out of a hole again. I think the first 2 games of the season, we had a really fast start, which is probably what we lacked a little last year. And then, yeah, last week was a bit like last year, a bit where we had a poor first half and dug ourselves out of a hole again. So it's good to know we can do both, but it'd be awesome if we could do both at the same time. And not the bad ones, the good ones.
Playing here at Kingsholm, I guess you know that when you do get in that hole, or if you do get in that hole, you'll always have this support to kind of cheer you on and lift you up.
Yeah, the girls love playing at home. The shed is something special. I've never heard noise quite like it, even on the road, the travelling shed. But playing at Kingsholm, there's nothing like it. And we love having people down here and supporting us, and hearing you all from the shed is something special. So yeah, if you can get down here, definitely do.
Cheers, Bex. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you.